All right, so today we're here to talk about our mother in aggro, Politis. And man, where do we even begin? Yeah, our mom, Politis, also known as Mother, also known as OMG. All right, this is one of the strongest heroes. She was definitely power creep when she was released, right? And one of the most important things that I want to highlight is this is one of those heroes because she has two things that she does, right? One is she checks CR boost, which is one of the best ways to play in the game, right? It's one of the best ways to support your DPS units. And the other thing she does is when a non-attack skill is activated, she can actually really pop off. She CR pushes herself, does an AoE damage, and then you can run the AoE damage again. And one of the most powerful combos you can do with her is when she activates her S2 passive, you soul burn it again, and then it's reset. And that's the most important thing I want to bring attention to. Because she's so good against support units in the current meta, she's only gonna get better and better and better. As far as my build goes, because I play a lot of aggro, I go full aggro, right? This is kind of what you might see going into aggro and cleave. And you want to hold book. You go as much damage as you can, and I would say try to go like 210 speed or so. I might even think about dropping her speed a little bit just for more damage. Now, if you're not playing aggro or cleave and you still want to be able to hard stop some of these support units, what you can just do is you can play a bruiser Politis. And one of the things you do with bruiser Politis is that not only can you check a lot of these comps, right? You run in Abyssal Crown, and she becomes incredibly annoying and sticky to deal with, especially on a counter set. I don't think you have to have a counter set, but having a counter set just makes it so that it's even a hazard to try to kill her in the first place. And I think it's one of the stronger ways to play her if you're not familiar. So to recap, I think she's one of the strongest heroes in the game right now, especially with the plus 15 speed on Soul Weavers. There's gonna be a lot of supports being played in the meta. If you're familiar to playing Politis and you think you can get comfortable playing aggressively with her, I definitely recommend this build. Otherwise, I would say try to go with a bruiser build, something that looks like this. If you really like to, there's another school of Politis, which I do not condone, okay? You don't need any of these damage stats. You can cut everything to go high FRES, and you can't even be crowd controlled with a little bit of effectiveness. And it's actually very, very annoying. And she becomes a dot counter to anything that tries to support their team. Very, very scary. That being said, let's run some games. All right, so we're gonna play Politis almost every game, I think. All right, bet. All right, I see we're not playing Politis this game. So he has to pass a turn, right? Because if he presses S3, his team could just get nuked, right? And that's part of the like power Politis brings to a draft, right? Especially with his. This is a little bit awkward, I think, because my green set is, I think, now a little bit slow. This pushes 7.5% instead of 15%, which means we can press S3 and we'll be fine. Right, Stenny dies, RB dies. We soul burn, we kill here. And then that's a 1-2 double kill. Politis, right? It's like, if he got to put up his 30% damage mitigation with Escort, that's a different story. All we had to have was a high damage Politis. He knew his team was gonna get nuked, right? If he presses buttons. So he had to skip pressing his buttons, and that just gave us the ability to pop him back. What's Selena on? Highest attack. Do I care about highest attack? That's Hua Young. I really don't think I care.
I like it, cut G.
We're gonna put up immunity. This Amelia can't press buttons. Right, so now we're playing an aggro comp. This is like prime Valk aggro. He has to press this, right? Which, now look what happens, right? So all of his barrier damage has been equalized. And on top of that, let me make sure I'm not talking on my ass, right? We have 11%, so one attack into APOC Ravi, Hua Young still gets a turn, right? This should be able to outright kill the Stenny, if not leave her very low. We take a turn here, soul burn this, 2 hits, we definitely kill an APOC, right? That's a dub. We roll out the blue carpet. Here's the thing about Politis, right? She actually scales incredibly poorly with damage, right? But because of how often she's used in aggro, I actually think she's worth a gear. What? Huh. Well, this draft is like pretty scuffed, but let's see it. No, we're fine. We're so fine. We're being chillin'. The moment my Politis is still here, I knew we were okay. I'm actually not fine. My DN can't cleanse through an AOL. This AOL needs to die. I guess AOL does die. Sick. Yeah, we're fine. Look at that. Look at that. You can't come back through that. Like, you have Rimuru Hwayoung. Cool story, bro. Cool story. Try to come back versus Arya. Not gonna happen, right? You know what? That's crazy, because some people will still say, like, oh, Arya's not a real hero. She does nothing. Usually by the time she takes a turn, all your units are already done doing their stuff. Yeah, that's what an anchor does. Is that a problem? Oh, wait a minute. What is that? Japan players hit different? Yeah, they have a very different, like, understanding of how the draft is.
Fastest.
Oh! I do believe in their language they call this a sayonara. Oh, God. Bro, my OPSIC is like 290 speed. How? What? It's a little unfortunate. We have to press our buttons directly. Huh? Oh, resistance get nerd. Hey, what's up, Sean? You trying to help me farm some Politis clips, dog? I heard you're a Soul Weaver gamer. What the hell? So this is where we kill 2. Like, this is number 1. And then this is kill number 2. Shu Arya? Yo, I got you. Here. Bro. Okay, you know what? We'll give him a reverse showcase. Let me think. How do I do this? Do I get punished for pressing S2? I do. Violet punishes me. I need to preserve HP pool. Alright, that's all I need. I think we win. I think I actually have to kill this here. Because I have APOC Robbie, right? And I just survived this. Oh, or I do that. Never mind. Huh. So the moment she dies, like, we're good. Like, that is kind of cool and all, bro, but you're about to die. You still have a green Violet, too. I think I really just want this on my Stenny. Right, and I give a little defense buff to the Peyra. You pick high-value standard units, right, and you just kind of run it down on her. And once the Politis is dead, you start activating all your support skills. I think there's a small chance I might be boned. I think I should have been Caesarea instead of Ida, right? Because we take first turn. So it's gonna play out like this. We nuke his team, attack buff ours, Politis pushes up. Oh, I don't push up enough, fuck! Oh, there goes my attack ups. Man. Give me a stun. Seed. Oh. We press here. This is really tough to play into APOC. I wasn't expecting a slow hand guy. I think I should have soul burn. No, I can't soul burn anything. That's a hard stun, right? Fire hand guy comes through. He presses S3, I die because it's slow, right? It's unfortunate. What I ban? I ban SSB. Wait a minute. Wait, seriously? That's 1. More damage, that's 2. That should be 3. If that kills, it pushes back hand guy, and then hand guy shouldn't be able to bust through Ida with no skills. And then we win, right? Sometimes a Politis can do like almost damn near nothing, right? And the books will just let you be able to pop off with combo units. Well, let's just pretend like it's not a fire hand guy gear gap and he's going for a bruiser build and that was a diff, okay? Like, I cannot believe how much value this hero is. When you have a super high value damage build on her, you draft her second pick. You can combo her with anything, and she'll be so good. I rolled a blue carpet. I think that's it, honestly. Let me peepo talk a little bit about the units. And I think if you want to play cleave or aggro in this meta, right, you're playing with, like, I would say 230 average speed across all your units or higher, have one of these. She is so unbelievably good, right? And if you, like I said, right, if you're not used to playing her, run one of these builds, right? You don't have to have all the damage. My gear score on this build is incredibly high, right? Just make sure she's tanky enough to survive. Doesn't need to be super fast. You don't need the crit and crit damage, right? You don't have to have the attack, right? If you really can't afford anything, go for high, like mid-high effectiveness and mid-high res, right? That way she can't be crowd control. She still takes her turn. She's super annoying to deal with, right? You keep looping the opponent, right? But if you have a high damage build, and you can see, like, just like last game, you can absolutely blow up an enemy team, regardless of what they want to play, right? This unit is a Spectre Tenebria counter. I play Spectre Tenebria a lot, and one of the scariest things is when people pick her against me. And that's where I start to get a little bit nervous, right? But yeah, that is Politis in a nutshell. I think she's one of the best units in the game, and most importantly of all, right? Because she has such a wide blanket of being able to check anything that is a non-attack skill. Anytime a new support gets released, she gets a little bit better. I felt like she kind of fell off a little bit when Rand came out, but when Payra came out, C. Lilius came out, all of these fast supports that use non-attack skills, I'm like, wow, this unit is unbelievable, right? We had the Meteor Coeric buff, the plus 15 speed for Soul Weavers in RTA, and I felt like that just shot up Politis stocks even more. Like, yes, I understand, the plus 15 speed for Soul Weavers is like the biggest Amelia buff in history, but if anything, that's an even bigger Politis buff. I absolutely agree. Yeah, Politis is a very, very future-proof unit. If you can get one, definitely try to get one and learn to play her ASAP, right? Because she changes how the game functions by quite a bit.